Table 17, Rob Bowen, Raven Reddy. Table 17, Rob Bowen, Raven Reddy. Table 18, Michael Cody, Travis Martin. Table 18, Michael Cody, Travis Martin. And that is all for you.
Oh, yeah. Congratulations. What are we going to? 3, isn't it? I'm not sure. Revenge. Yeah, revenge. And they're looking down the street. It's going to 3, is it? I've got some. Just ruining the whole enjoyment of it. What are the chances of this? It's Gemma against Judy Gemma. I've never played on this table. Worse than the other stuff.
All of these games are best of 5.
Just for you, Jeff. Just for you.
Guys, you've got 2 minutes if you didn't qualify coming into the box. 2 minutes to enter the box.
You're on now. Just mute it.
Just hold up the finger down and call one, mute it.
Yep.
No, it worked out well. Hello, hello, hello.
Hello everyone, welcome to Anzac Open 2025. Got some really good matchups on these first two tables. I'm Reese Godden, joined here by Michael Scarey.
How are you, mate?
Good, good.
So we've just jumped in here and looks like Sean's on the yellows. If he stuns this in, I guess there's a chance to win or take the frame.
Yeah, he's got a bit of work to do on the ball to the bottom right. Oh, he's done well there.
Played
Get
that
over.
very well.
Yeah,
Very, very well. Oh, actually Joseph missed the 8 ball.
two really good matchups between two very established players and two real up-and-comers kind of players
correct.
who are showing good signs.
Yeah, definitely.
Apart from that missed black there, Joey.
So Gemma, you think you play the double now? I played on these tables last night. They actually played very nice.
Yeah.
And if you roll them down the rails, they'll go in. If you hit them a bit harder, though, you've got to be pretty accurate.
Looks like he's got it a bit soft though to hold the white. Yeah, it's a bit of a,
Yeah, they do
bit of a
straight
cute one,
up.
but nothing wrong with it. Yeah.
So he's going to hit that a bit thick.
Oh, unlucky from Sean.
Oh, has he gotten away with it? Yeah, he has.
Yeah, maybe just. Yeah, he's got. They're so annoying, these shots. Like, I used to love playing balls that were close together in World Rules when it didn't matter, and now all of a sudden it matters. It's just like it's just so much harder.
Well, I think this is still fine. I think he can.
He's playing across the the ball to cut it to the centre anyway.
I wonder if he
He's
can
got good
actually,
angle. Where if you're straight on it and you can't play across the ball, that's when they.
I wonder if he can go into the red here. Or whether
Yeah,
it's just a bit.
it's going to have a fair bit of speed.
Yeah.
But arguably, there's a lot of places he can land that are good for the black anyway, as long as he's not behind his head.
Oh wow. Worst possible result.
Yeah, it's a bit
So
unfortunate.
I think you can play that maybe a bit softer and sort of screwed into it a bit.
Yeah,
Maybe miss that,
at
miss
first
that
I
red.
thought it was one you could nearly drag up kind of thing to make sure you're getting the correct side of the red as well, but looking at it again, I thought, yeah, it was just,
These are the
took a
tables.
fair bit.
These are the tables you can actually do that on. You know, play that soft drag shot
Yeah.
and then make the white sort of arc away a little bit.
Responsive with the white, yeah.
But it's a fine line between hitting it too hard and hitting it too soft.
So these are a 7-footer, are they?
Yeah, just a 7-foot
Yeah,
table. I think it's got Hainsworth cloth on it, and
Yeah.
may even be steel back rails too on this
Oh,
table.
really?
So I'm not sure about that, but the table plays nice.
Sorry guys, I would think by now I'd know how to update the scores, but I don't.
We'll start pushing buttons.
Yeah, just might lose the stream in that case though. But Jamo 1-0 up, and Robbo with a great opportunity.
Soft drag shot, yeah. That's a shot.
Yeah, it's probably it's exactly where you want to be, isn't it?
Screwing back here, is it? Yeah. We're gonna keep rolling. I'm actually going to ask and find out off Ace actually how much these tables are going for.
Yeah, true. I'm in the market. Hadn't really considered anything like this, but
I use a Supreme at home, and it's nice and it's good for YouTube and stuff. But the problem is I can't practice too much on it because then I come here
because it throws you
and now it's
before
7-foot table. So now my touch is out because the Supreme plays very nice.
yeah,
And unless I'm playing on like the table you're looking at right now all the time, or the other 7-footers like All Star or something like that, they've got new cloth on them, then it's okay. But as we know, we're not playing on new tables all the time.
yeah. Well, I've actually ran with the theory, like the tables I've had have never been anything great, but I've been really happy with that because it means anytime you go to a tournament and it matters, like I love the table. Everyone else is like, oh, these tables are playing crap. I'm like, well,
I
no.
agree. I agree. But I do like to have a nice table at home, and then but you have to realise that it's not going to be like that when you leave.
Yeah.
Because if you do, then you're never going to get anywhere.
Yeah, exactly. If you expect every table to
So
play.
it's 1-0.
Perfect.
I think did Gemma just run that one too? So
Yeah,
2-0
2-0
Gemma
Gemma.
and 1-0 Robert.
Yeah, would have thought he would have taught me how to do scores by now, but that's okay. We'll keep track. Yeah.
Joseph is one of these young up-and-comers that are looking to make the breakthrough, I guess, any time now, you know?
Yeah, I think very highly of Joey's game. I think he might be coming into that stage, I think, where he loses that junior freedom, though, I think, which will really show where he's going to go. Like he's becoming a real credible player with expectation and all that.
It's a different game when you go from juniors to, like, you know, the real thing. Not saying the juniors are the real thing, but when you're now stepping it up to, you know, the bigger boys, and it is a bit of a different game as well. Different mentality too, playing against older people.
Yeah.
So Robbo with just a nice stun shot here. He might have probably half a pocket. I'm pretty sure he's got most of the pocket here anyway, but just want to stun it in and come back a few inches. Yeah. So on these tables, if you want to screw back exactly like that, you just play a harder stun shot, and it'll come back literally 4 to 6 inches perfectly every single time.
Yeah.
Oh, he's in between.
Yeah, that shot there is exactly the side of. I struggle on those tables and those different kind of cloth. I actually really prefer the 7-footers and our original cloth and stuff. But they're just, it's just really pulls my game up and feels like I'm trying to be real cute with every shot, so I can't get through the ball a little bit.
So like 2-0 Robbo, 2-0 Jamo. It's amazing. It happens all very quickly.
Yeah.
So now, Joseph,
well, that's it. Both Sean and Joseph both had arguably their opportunities and missed them though. They realistically, if both players even right now,
Joseph's
it would be 1-1.
top ball here.
It's just
this this is the shot. Just pot this, screw back a little bit. He's hesitant to play it, but it's the right shot.
Yeah, it feels like he's sliding towards the rail a little bit, but it is the shot. You just want to be able to get Q low on the white.
He may miss this because he's upping and ahhing. Yeah, like I said, I think he's going to miss it because
he's trying to keep the white away from the rail, so as he wasn't forced to play the top of the white. I think.
You saw how soft he played it then, and he was still fine. Even if he played and screwed back, he could knock the yellow in and land on the red anyway, and then come around the black. So there was no drama there. He just didn't want to play that shot, which was the right shot.
Yeah.
So I think he's in between two minds there, and I think we've all obviously been there. And one thing I can tell you now that you want to make your mind up 100% and go, yep, this is the shot I'm going for. Even if I don't like it, this is the shot I'm going for, and give it 100%.
Yeah, I think that shot that he missed though, that's another example of like somewhat maybe. A lot of it can be in your head. There's might be only marginal difference in the speed of the cloth from the greens to these grey ones, but it's still something that plays on your mind, that he's pre-playing that shot and thinking, oh, this is fast, so it's really hard to hold and not run to the rail kind of thing, where it's not, and it probably, and then he plays it and surprises himself that he holds, way more than he needs to kind of thing, and misses the pot thick, trying to make sure of it.
So Gemmo, he's going to try and maybe
I think he
nudge
moves
the ball.
it, yeah.
I'd probably try and land on the rail and knock the
I
one
think
down
he
the rail.
overplays it. No?
Yeah, I don't like that because
I don't
you're
like
not
it
going to
soft.
leave you on it.
Yeah, I thought for sure, especially Jammo, would have probably overplayed that. So if you get some bad rub and you go but you run too far up the table, you've got your other red anyway. Where
I would have possibly tried to land on the rail and then play the one down the rail, and then you can actually just come out an inch or so. Jesus,
wow.
he's played that well.
that
that
pocket
didn't even
looks
gone.
Yeah.
It looked like that yellow
Tiny from
disappeared. But
that explains why he's played that shot.
so it looks like these two matches are going to be over in the next minute or so. 3-0. 6 hours here and then 2 minutes on the table. Oh, Jammo, that's a really bad shot.
Yeah. I still think he's good for it though.
Yeah, I think he gets it. Misses the corner pocket by about a foot.
Yeah.
There it is there. And it's game over.
Yeah.
And same with Robbo, game over too.
Best of fives can be very short.
Especially on
matches,
tables like this, you've got to take your opportunity.
Yeah, you got to settle early and
And that was it. So you can see the experienced over the non-experienced in a way, I guess. Got over the line there, but you need to take something away from this match and learn from it, because if you don't, this is going to happen a lot.
Yeah.
But this is, I think, just all now comes down to your mapping and ball choice and take your opportunities when they're there. So and it's something that you have to do.
Yeah, well, that's it. Both Joey and Sean, they're both very credible players lately. I think they'll both be very disappointed with those efforts, because I think they've definitely got a lot more in the tank than that. But maybe it can be one of the things where they may be reading that they're at that level where they have the opportunity to sort of jump and compete with these top guys, and maybe that's what held them back today.
Oh well, I guess we'll see you around. Thanks for tuning in.
Yeah. Enjoy, guys. Hopefully you talk soon.
Stream table 1, Michael Scary, Reese Bottom. Stream table 1, Michael Scary, Reese Bottom. Stream table 2, Brad Hill and Mark Owens. Stream table 2, Brad Hill, Mark Owens.
Come on, Raptor! Come on, that guy.
they hear and then you realise that it's just a little natural and what does that do?
Adam S, Sean Dempsey, table 11. Adam S, Sean Dempsey, table 11. Alright, so the blocks. We're about to call the first round of blocks. The blocks is best before the one qualifies now.
Yeah. You lag?
I think so, yeah.
So the blocks, table 19, Anne Rose, Jason H. Table 19, Anne Rose, Jason H. Table 22, Sonia and Mish. Table 22, Sonia and Mish. Table 23, Johnny P and Amelia Evans. Johnny P and Amelia Evans. Richard Dempsey, Jeff Brunsma, table 7. Richard Dempsey, Jeff Brunsma, table 7. Tushar Singh, Hayden Heath, table 16. Tushar and Hayden Heath, table 16.
Testing. Can anyone hear me? It's me and Jamo trying to figure out how to get the mic working. Dan's not here, he's selfishly playing pool. I'm trying to see where the chat is and I can't even see the chat. Where's the chat? Chat's over there. I just actually don't even know if anyone can hear me. I'm scared to press buttons.
Hindsight, no reason to, but yeah, I responded.
So we are live. On, can hear you. Oh, there we go. I asked the guys if they could hear me.
Good afternoon, everybody. Can you hear us? See Lee Renan. You're coming in but low. Okay. Try and turn the volume up if I can. Is it still low? Or is we okay?
Testing. Can you guys?
Testing 1, 2. Try and push your mic closer to your mouth.
I think it goes. Oh, it goes not right here. This one.
Oh, maybe it's the wrong. Yeah.
Sorry, we are a couple of amateurs here. Turn it up a bit on the mic. All right, this is Mark Robertson testing. Can everyone hear me?
Testing 1, 2, 3. Steve Jamison testing. You can give us a thumb up for Jamo and Mark. And if one of us is sounding light, let us know. Or we're right next to the speaker, so sorry if the music is actually blasting in the background. Keeps better. Okay, good. We can hear you okay. Thanks. Ariel Rodriguez tuning in from Venezuela.
All right, I'm not going to attempt to keep up with Jamo's wit and comedy. I'm just going to call the game like a boring old fella. Hopefully people might learn a thing or two. Jamo, you just played and you look like Joseph had a chance early and didn't take it and then you just ran away with it.
Yeah, I like the tables. I feel quite comfortable on them. I've not been playing much the last few weeks, so I've just been sort of playing my way into the weekend and not peaking yet.
Yep.
So all kind of going the way obviously not my first rodeo, I have a sort of feel for how I need to play into a comp.
Absolutely.
As I'm sure you probably do as well.
Yeah.
I don't like to practice too much these days before an event. I like to sort of play into it.
Yep. 100%. I like, me personally, I like to feel like when I'm playing in a tournament, especially in the early rounds, I like to feel like I've still got another gear. I don't like to peak in the round robins. I remember back in the day I used to run a ton of racks in the round robin and be absolutely buzzing and almost brag about it and then lose first round. It all comes crashing down. Now I like to almost start slow and build up, but I just played as well as playing alongside you, and I agree that tables are very nice. I think it's the first time I've actually played on one of these, a Pro Max, or what is it?
Pro Max by
Pro Max.
Just Billiard.
Yep. Very nice table. Cushions were nice. I actually really like the colour of the cloth.
Yeah.
I like the colour of the cloth. The cut of the pockets felt great.
Yeah.
I think these tables are going to reward good, positive attacking pool, but they're also going to punish you if you play bad, which is how it should be.
Yeah. Absolutely right. And we've got.
Was that me?
I'm not sure.
Oh, I'm not sure if I heard my name. Table 5. I feel like it's still too early for that'll be a second
No,
round.
it wouldn't be good. I'm sure it wouldn't be.
Well, it's Jack Green, so I don't want it to be me.
No, that's his first round match. It's not. It's
All
not
right.
gonna be you.
I'm going to pretend I never heard that because it gave me a heart attack.
So Reece got in with black, nicely taken, and it's a little bit of a dodgy draw. Reece got in the last 64. He can play.
Absolutely. I am no way am I happy if I draw Reece in the first round of any tournament.
Yeah.
Absolutely no chance.
Yeah.
You know, like you got to think about it. Like Reece is, I haven't thought about this, but he's probably hovering around maybe, 12th best in the room or something, maybe something like that, give or take.
Yeah.
I haven't crunched the numbers.
Well, he's a Nationals winner with
Yeah.
Victoria now, and in his own right made the team without being a reserve, I think.
He played me in the playoff to make the team, and he played very well. I congratulated him thoroughly on making the team. Mixed Scary's come over with Logan, and hang on.
Oh, testing 1, 2.
Nick from CueballTV has come over, and Dan, do we unplug
Dan,
these?
do we need to just talk into this?
Well, hang on a second, sorry.
Yeah,
I'll just,
okay. Sorry, we were doing it wrong. Is that better, everybody?
Dan's gone up in tech.
I'm going to clip this to my...
Dan's gone up in tech, so now we can just happily roam around the room.
So is this how we wear it, Dan?
Yeah, but not with the big earpiece on. It looks silly.
So,
And people know what you're doing. You want to catch them off guard.
so Reece has gone in off the break on that
Is that
second
about right,
frame.
Jemo?
Dan will sort you out.
I feel like I'm going to break.
So this should be better sound, everybody. Missed there.
Oh,
from
right.
Brad,
Hey, look at
although
this.
The black was quite dodgy anyway.
Dan the man and his technology. I'll tell you what, I'm going to put a little photo on Facebook with the screens and the tech and everything we have in place.
Oh, it's awesome.
When you guys do your donations or chip in or anything like that, that helps Dan out in CueballTV, you know the money is going the right place.
Absolutely.
You know what
and
I mean?
I was speaking to Dan last night. He kindly came down to stream the doubles match we played.
Yep.
And the camera work that he's got, if you look at the cameras, they're 20 times better than they were 10 years ago when he was doing this.
It's someone like yourself, Jamo, who I know you like the spotlight when you play, and honestly, if I'm to draw you in a tournament, I want it to be on the back room in the shed somewhere where it's 6 degrees in a thunderstorm, and because I know you don't like that. I know you like good conditions. I know you like a lot of people. I know you like pressure situations. That's actually one reason why I buy you in Calcutta's, is because I think you can actually win the tournament and rise in those conditions.
Yeah.
And my point is that I feel like we've got a little arena set up now here. You guys can't see it. Oh no, if you look at all the other screens, I don't actually know what you guys can see.
Just this one that can see.
Just that one. But there's almost like a little mini arena set up in the venue. There we go. And it's mainly just the lighting and the different tables and tablecloth. But you get called up to the streaming table, and you feel like you are going to a little arena. So for us non-professionals in Australia playing pool, it gives a slight professional vibe to it, which is nice.
Yeah, and I also think that it can unsettle some people as well if they've not been in that situation that often.
Well, when I drew Sean Walpole, who's a very capable player, he can absolutely beat me. But when I know it's on the stream table, this is nothing against Sean, but I just have a lot more experience in these conditions, and I'm only going to play better.
Yeah.
Because I know people are watching, and I don't want to make a goof out of myself.
Yeah, same.
So it's going to make me focus more. So I feel, I don't know what odds he is to beat me on a random table, but the odds are less for him to beat me on the stream table.
Yeah. And I drew Joseph Evans, and luckily for me, Joseph missed the black in the first game, and I won 3-0. But we actually had a practice session yesterday on the same table.
You and Joseph?
Yes.
Oh, right.
And I don't remember the score, but it was something like 12-1 to me.
Right, okay.
So the fact that we drew each other was pretty ridiculous, really,
Yeah.
on the same table we practiced on yesterday before the doubles game.
I think Nick and Reece are 1-1.
Is it? Yeah, it is. So back to the games. We've got Mark Owens on the right with a 1-0 lead, and just snickering the hell out of Brad Hill, who I've not seen for many years.
Brad's a very solid player.
He is. I know his game, but where's he been? I haven't seen him.
Well, I actually played in the juniors with him way back in the day. I'm talking like over 25, 30 years ago now. So I go way back with Brad. He's a good guy.
Yeah. Playing with a very thick tip there.
He's one of those players where I wouldn't think he'd win a tournament, but he can beat anyone in the room.
Yeah.
This is too much side, I think. Oh no.
Interesting, he's playing with a 9-ball cue.
Yeah.
That's his playing cue.
But he's a very steady player. He's happy to chip around. He's from the old school rules.
Yeah.
The Mick match, I think Mick had a chance in the first frame and then didn't take it, and then Reese had a chance, didn't take it, and then Mick cleared up. And then Reese, I don't know if he broke a pot out, but he ran a rack.
Great
Mick didn't get a
chance
shot.
for Reese on the yellows here. And this is the sort of thing he would chop up 5 years ago, because he'd just overthink it or do something silly.
Yep.
But this is sort of an easy map. Now I'm taking the last yellow in the left centre, as I'm sure you would.
Is that too much angle?
No. You might have to put a trace of check side, left-hand side on it, which it has.
You know,
Underhits it a touch.
I like the shot. If it goes to the top left, which I'm very sure it does, then I like the way he's played that. The last thing you want to do is overhit and have a half ball cut to the middle, and the white's going into the black, and all sorts of nastiness. These are.
This is he's a couple of inches short
these are important.
here. And do you know what? These shots, if that red up near the top of the table wasn't there, this would be easier.
Yeah, it looks easier.
The fact that it's there, it just puts you off.
Yep. Sometimes you.
But not. That's a nice composed dig.
How many matches and tournaments do you win because your opponents miss those balls? And then how many times do you lose a match because they make it? It may sound really simple, like, of course, if they make the balls, you're going to lose. But I've won a lot of matches and tournaments where my opponents just happen to miss those on the day. You know, they jaw and rattle them, and then you get away with that before you know it, you've won the tournament. And then there are some days they just make all the balls that they should get, and before you know it, you're driving home.
Well, this is cutthroat. This is race to 3. This competition, and literally on these, especially on these tables, you literally, if you scratch the light off the break, it could be you could be 2-0 back.
Absolutely.
So Reese 2-1 now. I don't know how we.
Reese will be home. Yeah, let's try that. Jamo.
2-1.
Jamo.
Reese got him. Oh,
So
Mick's put the white in. He did a lot last night as well.
Mick pretty hungry to. Yeah, you mentioned that. Mick pretty hungry to actually do well in this tournament. He's threatened a couple of tournaments recently, and he's unfortunately ran into someone he's struggling to beat right now.
I think he's seeing the ball quite well at the moment. I was impressed with how he played last night in the conditions he was in.
We played each other recently in a quarters, and he's broken pot out in the first frame, and it was a good out. I'm thinking that I'm going to have my hands full here. He had that twinkle in his eye that I know so well. I'm thinking, oh no, he's all business today, and there's no joking around. He is here to beat me, I had to play as good as I possibly could to actually win that match. Yeah. And he's actually been trying to get some practice hits in with people. He's come down last night and had a good practice, a good hit out. So he's got a 17th wind with the game of 8-ball, and I just think he's actually hungry to get some silverware. You know what I mean? It's just been a little while, and I think he's thinking enough's enough. Time I get some chocolates.
Yeah.
But now he's at the mercy of Reese. What do we have here, Jamo?
So he's on the reds. Does he try and go into the black here to promote the red into the middle? The odds are he's not going to get but the odds are he's not clearing these, I think. So is there a safety? And
Did you just say that? Did Jamo just say, is there a safety? No, I think attacking here is the right option. I'd be tempted to do with some pace. Oh.
I don't like the push style on there. I like the soft
Yeah,
screw.
the deep screw into the black.
Just the soft screw, and just to move it a touch, to even push the black on the rail, it's fine.
Yeah.
Because these balls go down the rail quite nice if you hit them accurately.
Yeah, look, as far as missing goes, his reds landed in a great spot. I'm not even sure which one it was, but all his reds are in a pretty good spot.
Yeah, I think it landed at the bottom left.
Yeah, he didn't move the two yellows next to each other. So as far as a miss goes, I think it was a very well-timed miss.
Knowing mixed game as you do, he's playing this and then playing snooker, do you believe?
I'd almost play a snooker off this shot.
There we go, and then just bump out the yellow and leave the white behind the yellow and black.
Yeah.
That's the mix. That's surely the mixed theory.
Yeah, that's good.
Kind
Yeah, I
of
like it.
tactical
I like it. I had to work it out for a
Promote a
second.
ball and snooker your opponent.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah, Reese is in, and his two yellows up the top right.
Is this plant an offset plant?
It's
You
like
know where you
a
can
wrong way Jackie
Yeah,
squeeze
wrong way
something.
Jackie squeeze it in.
Very
Because I
hard.
reckon that is. If you hit
The low side?
the low side of
The low side,
of
yeah.
the first red off the cushion, that could go in. And if Reese hasn't seen that,
So
it's hard to see from this angle.
what Jamo is saying here is naturally you think that you'd want to hit red onto red and plant it towards the pocket, but you actually want to do it the opposite way. So this one's hit on the low side.
And he hasn't. He's hit it on the high side there.
Yeah. So, okay. The good thing about this result is he's kept Nick off the bottom right yellow. So now he has to play. Look, he's probably playing the top two yellows first and then working his way down the table.
Can he hold for the second yellow at the top though? I feel like the white's going too far away from that shot.
Too thin.
I reckon he'll use that as his
he's-
last ball
I think
off
he's
the
playing
red
a
in the
snooker.
middle.
I think he's playing a snooker.
Is he really?
I think I'd like him to attack here. I don't know
Oh,
about
he's
this.
overhit that. He's okay though. It's worked out well. It's a great shot. But it was so nearly an awful shot. If he
don't-
hits that one more inch,
I don't know about this, Jamo.
no, he's okay. He
yeah,
can't hit the red.
No, he
He's
can.
stuck on the black.
Yeah, he can hit the red, but not pot
think?
it. But yeah, he can hit the outside of that red and leave the white jammed in there. Maybe even like screw back and just like almost be touching the yellow.
But where's he's got to hit a cushion though,
Yeah, thin.
and not leave Nick on the yellow next to the white.
Yeah, if I had a little laser pointer whitey thing, I'd draw it for you.
Yeah.
I think he can hit this red about half ball,
Yeah.
screw into something like this, but I'll be playing it with bottom. Yeah, like that. But now I just wonder why he didn't play it with bottom and bring the white closer to that yellow.
Yeah. Okay.
So this is why I didn't like mix safety, is mix under the pump big time here.
I liked this yellow mix playing now as his last ball for the black
Yeah.
off the red in the middle.
See, I think Mick should have pulled the trigger the previous shot.
So if Mick had potted that yellow that was in bulk earlier and
Come down
around
the
here,
table, yeah.
take these four down the bottom and then go back up here somewhere near the
He's going to play the
bulk
snooker.
side.
Like this is okay, but he's got all those reds very nicely to get out of this snooker. And mixed yellows is still not easy to pot out, even if Reese leaves him in.
Reese has got a reasonable chance to pot one of these three
Yeah.
balls. He's only got to pot one of the three, and he's got a lucky dip chance of potting any of them.
Yeah. I think Nick should have pulled the trigger a couple of shots ago. I think it's terrible laying the snooker, but
I think I would be playing off the right hand cushion and pushing the red down this corner pocket here. So I would have been playing into the right hand rail and then pushing that red the furthest to the right down towards the bottom right pocket. Is the shot I would have.
Gemma
probably
keeps
played.
pointing at the screen, but he's
I
forgetting
know.
people can't see it.
No, I don't forget. It sort of helps me to verbalize what I'm looking at. So thanks for Aaron McGregor. Is DJ still in the top 64? Not sure. Jacob Alexander, can we get an update on how many beers Liam Cook has had? We don't actually know Liam, so I can't answer that.
Dakota, yes. I think the colour of this cloth looks professional. The tables ran fantastic. Really does. It really runs fantastic.
Mick playing the flat.
couldn't tell if you were joking or not, or if you were. Yeah, I was pretty sure, but I wasn't 100% sure. I was unlucky as fuck. Yeah, I was pretty sure, but I wasn't 100% sure.
Jamie Stevens just playing his match. He'll be back on commentary shortly.
Jamie wants to lose so he can commentate. He's the man who will have more fun commentating than playing.
I've not seen him commentate for a while.
To be fair, I love commentating. I think it's good. I like commentating with someone.
Yeah.
Do it by yourself is very tricky. All right, so Mick's, this is after Reese's shot still.
This is tricky.
This is
You've got to commit
tricky.
and you've got to play well here. He wants to land as if he's getting
I think he
on
wants
the
to land
flat
where he
spot.
is now.
Oh,
I
he's
like,
overhead it.
No, I like this Jamo.
Do you?
This is wide off 3 rails.
Oh, yes, and then the yellow off the red.
Yep.
Oh,
Yep,
okay.
this is wide off 3 rails.
Yeah.
Top right hand side, you don't want to force it, you just want to cue this nicely. If you force this, it's going to throw wide.
Small risk of the in-off in the top right corner.
Oh, he's gone around that way.
See what I mean?
Oh, wow, yeah,
So
I
he's
thought
hit
it
it
was.
perfectly.
Oh, that's a great shot.
He would have loved to have been right behind it just to punch it in off the red. So he's got this cannon is. I don't think he's gonna. Can he just put it directly?
I
or
think
does
you're
he
putting
need
it
a cannon?
directly. I think the red is a little too far down.
Is it?
I think he'll get these. No.
I knew that was tight.
And now, in these
I'm
rules...
going off the red there with a bit of pace because I can come back and forward 10 times if I want.
The red might have
I'll
been too far down,
probably
I'm
be
not
on the
sure.
black wherever I land if I smash that.
See, I mean, here, geez, you're in all sorts. You just don't want to leave Mick the one rail escape off the bottom rail because then he can knock the yellow in and be on the
Well,
black.
he wants to move the yellow now with this red, surely. And
Yeah,
then
you just
hope that the balls don't go somewhere horrible. Like that. No, I think he's alright. I think the top.
Probably maybe play that
I
with a
think the
little
red
more pace.
I think the red goes in the corner. I would have screwed the white back into an area where I've got a few different
Yeah,
options.
yeah. I think he played that a little timid. I don't think the reds are on.
Oh, you don't think it goes?
No.
I think he's looking at the red bottom right.
Yeah, I think red bottom right. I don't think the other red's on.
And it's a bit dicey.
If this is dicey, all you do is
Just
play.
snooker.
Yeah,
Just do the
snooker.
stop, the pop snooker.
Yep.
Call it pop snooker.
The red that's closest to the middle of the table, you play that
going
and
for
you,
it.
and you
He's
stun
going
the
for
white
it.
back to where it is now.
Going for it. And he didn't commit there.
Did not commit at all. Played that in or over, and even if he knocked in and he's
I
not on the
reckon
ball,
Mick does the skill shot here.
100%.
Now, for people at home, Mark, do you play it with bottom or do you play it, just roll it in for the skill
You
shot
need
here?
to play it with enough pace that the yellow is rolling across the table with top spin. Now
Lovely shot.
you can play that with top spin and it's going to have the same result as long as the yellow is at a pace that if you hit it too fast, the yellow is going to be skidding across the table and then it's going to stun into the red. If you play it too soft, it's not going to make the distance and have enough rolling momentum to trickle in.
Lovely finish there.
So he's
That's
played
a
that at the
beautiful
perfect
finish.
pace.
And all what I loved about that as well, I played it with a safety in mind, and he still had
Yep.
black, which was a free shot because none of the reds went.
Yep,
They were
exactly.
covering each other. So
I think
a lot of players would have committed there, and if they missed it, lost the frame
Yep.
and the match in this instance. But not Michael Scarry. He's a very experienced tactician as well as player.
sometimes it's good to survive these little scares early in a match.
Yeah.
Like I
two,
said,
two frames all. Is it this side? It's far away. So two frames all. Hill, race to 3.
we've been focusing on the mixed scary
Oh,
Reece Godden match and not so much
Yeah.
the Brad Hill Mark Owens. What is the score, Dan the Man?
Yeah,
I think Reece.
can't be just 1-0.
I think-
Although Brad not the fastest player in Australia.
Yeah, he does
so
hold records.
it is possible for it
that-
to be 1-0.
It is possible to be 1-0, but I don't think so.
Nah.
I think Reece missed a very basic snooker there that would have put him in a 90+% favourite for that frame.
Oh,
He just
was
didn't.
that after the break off?
This was now the break.
Ah.
The last frame
Oh,
I'm
this was
talking
the
about. Yeah.
previous frame, yeah. That he ended up not doing either. Didn't pot it or
Didn't
get the
do
snooker.
anything, did he? Half committed to everything, and that's what happens when you half commit. You commit to the safety or commit to the snooker or something or the pot.
Okay, so it's 2-0 to Mark Owens against Brad Hill.
So I don't anticipate anyone's going to be potting out, like Mick's going to be potting out on his table. Oh, Brad's overhit that.
Brad's car parked that one.
See, on one of the other tables, Brad's likely to be a foot shorter there and have the red to the top right. But on this table, the cushions are lively, the cloth is lively. You got to be very careful. I overhit a couple of things in my frames.
I've been trying to land as natural as possible on the position so that I'm just rolling everything in, Mark.
I missed that. I'll read in the comments.
Yeah, so Jason Tanaskovic, the Australian black ball champion, says he's terrible at skill shots, harder than they look. I agree. I struggle a bit with them.
Skill shots are a thing that you play only if you have to, or if it's like a free shot. You know, you don't often map an out based on a tricky skill shot working. You know.
Nah. I think I watch quite a lot of the Ultimate Pool, and I'll never forget. Actually, the Australian the World Championships of Blackpool, the skill shot Declan Brennan played in the final against, I think it was Tom Cousins. Do you remember that one?
No.
An absolutely incredible skill shot. If you imagine playing a regulation yellow on a snooker table,
Yep.
that was where the ball was, with the ball over the hole, and he's got that skill shot from half ball shot.
From distance.
From a half ball shot.
And that's the main thing is the skill shots, you want to be right behind it. You know, you want to be really right behind it, so half ball's crazy hard. Reece potentially actually a little bit unlucky there. He's played a pretty good shot and he's accidentally cannoned a red on top of his good yellow over the hole and left the white sort of nowhere as well.
Yeah.
So a little bit unlucky there actually. He was potential going to pot out.
Yeah. And definitely has improved with the McCartney DNA.
Transferred to him. I almost don't mind Mark playing the yellow to the right middle and doing a soft little stun into the yellow in the middle of the table.
Into the gap between the two of them, yeah.
What he doesn't want is to have to land exactly.
He can play that shot now and hit the red full.
You got to play the yellow to the top right corner now.
Interesting choice here. I'm playing the right centre all day long and full ball cannon into the red.
And that's why I was saying to the guys, Gemma, you weren't there. This is the right shot, by the way. Don't listen to Gemma.
It is the right shot, but
I think you would have played that shot that he just played.
no, I wouldn't. I seriously wouldn't, because
But now
I
they all
love
look
middle
beautifully.
pocket shots. I absolutely love them, and I'm super confident on them.
And this is what I was telling the guys during the Calcutta. I said, Gemma's the guy you like to buy, but then you just don't watch him play.
Yeah.
You just wait for him to be at the end of a tournament and he's drawing the balls out and maybe he wins
It's funny you say this, right? I've got to say this because it's worth saying. I met a guy in Tasmania.
Roly-poly, apparently.
I met a guy in Tasmania recently, and he said to me, he came up to me and he said, gee, you're a good player, he says. He goes, your mapping is absolutely exquisite. And he said, but tell me, he said, why does everybody bag you on the commentary for your mapping? He said, some of the best mapping I've ever seen. And I said, I'm not quite sure why people do bag me all the time on it, because I think it's okay.
It works for you, let's put it that way. You're this never happened. Yeah.
No, his name's Mike. He's from Sydney.
You've got an interesting perspective on things, but you get results, so it's hard to argue with it. You know, that's another thing that's good about this game too. You know, what is Reece going to do here? There's probably a few options, and who's to say what is necessarily the right and wrong thing.
So he's on the yellows, and these are tough.
Oh, I don't know if I'd be going for the out here.
Exactly, and I think for every soldier he removes from the battlefield,
significantly go down.
Especially against a player like Mick, you don't want to have a disadvantage with the number of balls on the table.
You've got,
especially against Mick.
This is a bar fight, and you've got 4 guys, and the other guy's and you're up against 6.
Yeah,
that's what it is.
That's a great analogy, actually. I've never used that before, but I'll steal that. Yeah,
steal that. That's the first time I've ever said that one. And so now you can imagine if he pots another ball, now it's 2 against 1. You know, it's pretty awful.
I use the poker structure for the way I go about things, and I know it doesn't look like it sometimes, but I give myself a percentage for the. I give myself a percentage chance of getting the finish, almost like the flop in poker.
Right.
I have a percentage in my mind, right? I think I can get this
Yep.
80% of the time, therefore I go for it. If it's an important match and it's sort of really clinch, I'll probably go if it's 70, but not below. So if it's
Right,
60%
yep.
or less, I'm not going.
You really want to be making at
And I'm
least
not
2 out of
putting any
3.
ball. I'm not putting any ball at all if I can avoid it.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to find control on the table somewhere. So Reese has got some control on yellows here. Red's a favourite though, and Mick's just going to play a drop snooker. Nicely done.
Red. See, the old rules, yellows have more of a say in this frame, but
Yeah.
under these rules, reds right now, especially yellows at the table with not an opening shot,
Yeah.
reds are in heavy favourite. Heavy favourite.
I'm hitting the ball cushion here and pushing the most northern yellow down towards this stuff in the bottom right corner.
Yeah, right.
To just mess it up even more.
Yep.
Because at the moment, Mick can play one shot to open those reds up. I think if you get another yellow down there, it may be a 2-shot kind of problem.
Yep. Yeah, I agree.
But he's got to make sure he hits a cushion as well, though. So he needs to give this a bit of welly. Oh, it's too soft anyway. It's had a nice result, though. That's a massive
that's
result.
a great result.
Oh, he'll love that. And it's little nudges like that.
Look at Mick, he's filthy. That was the best result, that he could have gotten off that shot.
Yeah. No, I don't think Mick should be as filthy as he is, because these yellows are still far from easy.
But that yellow has landed in a position to open up the black now, and like the out's on now. I don't know if
that yellow left of the white ball though is a problem, I think, for this.
maybe not though. It may, because you only need to be able to hit it into the very right hand jaw, like from playing shots. So as you look at the screen, the very left hand jaw.
True. So you can play the plant.
I think so.
From the right hand side
and
of the
that
table.
yellow's in a great position to free up the black. These
Or
other
you-
yellows up
or,
the top
or
of the
you
table.
could even
Great.
hit it skinny on the right hand side and play the cannon.
Jeez, he's gotten a real good.
I would have played the right hand cushion first into the right hand red, push it up towards the bottom pocket.
I like trying to get coverage on the bottom left-hand corner pockets with that
Yeah,
yellow.
I think this is still a tough finish.
Oh, it is a tough finish, but you got to think about where Mick was 90 seconds ago, and now all of a sudden, Reese can actually end this frame. It's not easy, but he can.
I don't think even I'm going for this.
Jamo, you've said you're going to be playing more safeties in the commentary than I've seen you play in 5 years.
But honestly, though, would you be going for these? If it was 2-all?
100%.
You're going for it, are you?
If that yellow plants onto the other yellow and you can knock it in, I'm 100% going for these, because I don't know if I'm going to get another chance.
That's a fair call.
But I don't know how well it pops.
I think it does plant, but you'd have to play that so slowly. The plant I'm talking about, not this long yellow. The plant would need to be played so softly that the table needs to be running true. You always miss the yellow.
No, we won't find out now.
So now Mick's going to have a turnover shot.
Yeah, Mick's going to take control back of this frame.
I think he plays the turnover with the deep screw back to the bulk centre of the bulk cushion.
I don't know if you want the white up that end of the table. I think you want the white down this end where Mick's more
He's
looking
looking at topping it through,
Top-
but I
top
don't
spin?
like that, because if you accidentally push the other yellow out a bit, then it's a one-shot game for Reese to win the match.
Yeah, it's
I like screwing this in and putting the white tight on the ball cushion.
this is where these rules are great, because in these situations, in the old rules, you could be here for half an hour.
And if he gets both of them, Mark, in the skill shot, if he gets the white on the middle of the ball cushion, he'll have a natural red.
Now
he's got
here's the Jamo, is the true Jamo coming out. Is the true
So it's
Jamo
actually
coming
the
out.
skill shot attack, really.
Yes.
It is risky though, but I think you need, sometimes he who dares wins, Rodney.
Yes. In my experience from what I've seen, and you'll see this shot, playing your shot I think.
Yeah. Oh no, he's not. And he's, as I said to you,
Yeah,
Told
you
you,
called
if
it,
he
didn't
pushes
you?
that yellow out,
You
you can
called
lose
it.
the frame.
Yep, that's
And the
gone,
match.
That's gone real bad.
And this, ladies and gentlemen, if the black does pot in the left corner,
I don't think it does.
You don't think it does? Let's have a look.
Oh, this is the overview.
Oh, here we go. Here we go. I think that does pot. What do you think? Oh, actually, maybe not.
I don't think
No,
it does.
doesn't. So he wants to sniggle this red.
He wants to sniggle.
Or he wants to snick it on the way
snick
through.
it. I thought he said sniggle. He did say sniggle.
Sniggle is actually not a bad word. We can use sniggle.
These are the outs you need to make to win tournaments.
Yeah. Are you playing for the sniggle, or are you just going to pot it and take your medicine and try and get the black out later?
I'm taking my medicine. I'm either getting the black out, or I'm playing a double, because you're yellow in the bottom right. You just stun that in, and you've got a standard double. Or I'm trying to get over for the black to the right middle.
I'm playing the yellow in the middle. I'm trying to get the white straight on the one at the top, but I'm playing the one bottom right. And playing the cannon on the black, which will ultimately guarantee me a position on the yellow at the top. That sounded convoluted. I'm sure no one knows what the hell I'm talking about.
I saw by your finger pointing what you were talking about.
So yeah, I want the
Sitting
white.
very low on this white.
Oh, he's done a nice sniggle.
Oh, he's
done the sniggle.
He's done a beautiful sniggle. That was a great sniggle.
Now these tables are so slippery. Dropping this in, you need to literally hardly hit it.
You don't need to be close to this. You need the right angle. So
That's lovely.
Has he come too far?
No, I think he's fine. I think he's straight. There you go.
Yeah,
Lovely.
that does look pretty straight.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Well, this is all on him now. I mean,
It
if
is.
you want to beat guys like me and win tournaments, you've got to make these outs. You said that good.
Oh, he's hit it bad, but it went off the red.
Well, it was always there, Joe.
Yeah,
It was
I
always
know,
there. It's
but
not like
still.
it just appeared out of nowhere to
I
save
know,
him.
but you'd like it to go in clean. But he won't care. He's got the results.
Well, he had a lucky shot there, but Mick did get back. Mick did get back to
Mick didn't play my
command.
shot and put the white on the top of the ball.
Yeah. Yeah, I
Which
think playing
surprises
with
me
top was
because
a bit
it's
of a-
actually normally a mixed style shot. You know, he usually sort of plays with safety in mind. And the one he played was a little bit more attacking
Yeah.
than usual. So Reese,
That's it for
That's the first round, is it?
only one more to go on.
yeah, so we're going to take a break now. It's
$100
folks.
back into a while.
The table is rolling a fair bit. This is probably what they're going to check now. I had a little look.
Yeah.
I had a little look beforehand. I saw
it's
rolls,
a little bit.
but I just told myself, don't play anything really soft.
Yeah.
Drag it.
I had a ball roll out last night into the right centre pocket from Bulk. I aimed for it sort of middle of the pocket and it hit the far jaw.
Yeah,
But-
maybe if P can have a quick little look
But
and do some quick leveling, it would be
As
good.
you say, you shouldn't be rolling balls
Yeah.
in like that. You should just be sort of stunning them in. You know what I mean?
If I'm playing on these tables again, I'm mapping outs in a way that I'm not dragging and playing things slow across the table. You don't always have a choice, but
Yeah.
that's just what I'll be doing. Jamie, they're playing. All right, we're gonna watch. Oh, look at that shot from Jamie. That's vintage Jamie Stevens.
Vintage solid. Who's he playing?
Oh, Nelson.
Nelson Shatter and Hayden Heath. Hayden showed me his new cue. It's a Woodman cue from, I think, Queensland. Very nice piece of wood, actually. And Mark taking a picture of the setup here. Andrew Liu in the background. Who did? Jamie, $80. That's a great buy in the Calcutta. I managed to buy myself.
You got yourself? You are a confident man.
Did you get yourself?
Nah, no. Silly odds.
What? Oh, was it low odds? What's the winner gap?
I went for 550 and Tem went for 450.
What's the price for the winner?
I don't know. I'm not interested in buying.
Oh, thanks. Thanks, man.
Oh, see, that's what I don't like. So if I make a semis and lose, I lose money. I'm just not interested in having to make a. I'm
Yeah,
not
that's a bit unreasonable.
like if I come runner up, I'm getting like $1.70 on my money. That's just silly. That's just silly. Like I know I win stuff, but that's.
Well, did you hear about the Calcutta in Tasmania as the old dog?
Apparently, like Alec and Stacey went for a fortune, and nobody else went for anything.
Well,
And then you won it, didn't you?
yeah.
No,
They,
fist bump.
well, they went for $8.5 grand each, and I went for 1,100. Okay. The winner prize for the Calcutta was 10. And
So-
they paid 8.5 for each of them. So Richard,
Double these intermediates.
No, he's not an intermediate.
so Richard Williams.
I stuffed up a lot.
So
I'm going home, fans, see you later.
Try my man.
See you,
Take
Mick.
it easy.
Always a pleasure. The tournament just isn't the same without Michael Scary in it.
That's right.
You'll be
You're a
missed.
bit,
Jamie, that was a beautiful out there, Jamie.
bit stiff there as well.
He just tuned in for halfway through the last frame, and it was a beautifully constructed out. See, Jamie Stevens, he's just winning, and so now he can't commentate. Oh, he's calling out next round.
Dickie Williams has bought me in the Calcutta, as well as 4 other players. And even though I won, he finished $1,000 down.
Oh, so he bought Alec or
And
Stacey.
me.
Right.
And himself. And he finished 1,000 down.
Was Alec and Stacey up very early in the Calcutta, so you didn't know what to buy people?
What's that, sorry? Were they up early? Yeah, they weren't in the
Well,
order.
if you go for 1,000 or 1,100, that's fine if Alec and Stacey went for around that. But
No,
if
they were after me.
yeah, see, that makes no sense then. It just makes no sense. They're not 10 times better than you. It makes no sense at all.
The economics of that Calcutta were just ridiculous.
Well, I actually don't think they're better than you at all. So like I don't know why.
Well, good luck to Alec. He's in China right now, in Chengdu,
Yeah,
along with
sure.
quite a few of the other boys. And, I'm sure you would definitely feel this way, but you must think, gee, it would be nice to have a little dip at that one day.
Not at all.
Oh, really?
Not one part of me is jealous or envious. There is no FOMO. I do not. The Chinese
not
able.
interested in the game?
Not one bit.
What don't you like about it, Mark?
You know what? I hate travel. I hate going to the airport, waiting for the plane, traveling around, going to hotel and all this stuff. And
Yeah.
some people love it and all that, but I don't know. I've just got other things I feel like I need to be doing.
Yeah.
And I don't like the fact that I'd also be playing against people who play it 14 hours a day,
Oh no.
and I might have 14 hours total practice. I've never hit one single ball on the Chinese
I
Open.
know.
I've heard people say to me that it would suit me.
Oh yeah.
Just the table, the rules, my queuing and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
But there's not one. I'm under no illusion of how good these other guys are who play it 60 hours a week. And I'm going to go and play them my first tournament, be a bit nervous. They've played in 4 tournaments that week.
Well, these guys the Chinese guys would have been playing this every day for 10 years.
Exactly.
They know everything.
Every day for 10 years, and they've all played in 100 tournaments each.
Yeah.
It's just down the road for them. Like,
to get up on those guys, you need to be running 60% of your racks,
yeah.
which is so difficult on those tables.
And to do it going over there in the unknown, and yeah, you might be able to get one of them, but you got to beat another one straight after. You got to beat 9 of them in a row or something.
I played it for the first time a couple of weeks ago at a club in Sunshine who's just got a brand new table put in, and I played 10 racks on my own, and I cleared 1 out of the 10.
It's hard. Like from
very
what I
hard.
hear, like everyone who I respect at Q Sports, they all say it's hard, so I take their word for it. You know, you've even got top snooker players say it's very hard. So.
What is really interesting about that format of the game is that down the rails, your mind is that you should just sort of drop them in because they're so tight.
Yeah.
But it's the opposite. They actually pump them in.
I've heard that. And they're very good at it.
Yeah, but they pump them in, and because we play on these nice slidey small, small ball tables, we caress them in nicely down the rail. But the correct shot in Chinese 8-ball isn't actually very productive.
Right, okay.
You actually bet brute force and just slamming it in.
Yep.
It seems to go in easier than if you try and drop it in.
Yep.
Which is unusual because in snooker you drop it in, and
Yep.
8-ball or 9-ball you drop it in. But in Chinese pool, they're just smashing them in.
That's what Stephen Hendry said when he first went over there. He said he couldn't believe all these Chinese guys smashing balls in down rails. He couldn't. Logan Brand, Mark Owens. Tim Dixon, Kevin Melick. Hassan and Reese.
Yeah,
I think they've called 3 matches, so those are the 2 TV matches. I think it was Logan and Mark Owens.
Yeah.
What do you reckon about that match?
I think that'll be a close game. I think Logan is actually playing quite well. He's played a lot on these match tables as well, on the stream tables.
Logan.
Yeah, Logan. He's played an intermediate tournament on Friday, which he won.
Yep.
And he was on that table till 2:30 in the morning.
Right.
Where he beat Josh Kitanovsky, I think his name is, in the final, in the Hill. And then he played last night for 3 hours on it with myself in a doubles match. So, and he's playing well. He's got more self-belief now. He and I polished off 10 beers and a bottle of whiskey last night, so I'm not quite sure if that'll feature at all at some point today for him.
Well, he's not playing an intermediate right now.
That's right.
Mark Owens, he's still got a lot to do to prove himself, but he's above intermediate grade.
Yeah, and Mark Owen's an excellent player. Mark's brilliant plotter, very good in amongst the balls. I'll be interested to see how Mark plays on this surface because I feel like Mark has got quite a long cue action.
Yeah, he does, yeah.
And so I don't know how that's going to go on this cloth, which is electric fast.
Yep.
It'll either go super well or he'll lose the light all over the place.
Kevin Melick, Tim Dixon.
Oh yeah.
Some people might go, oh yep, Tim, but Kevin can be a little sticky, you know.
Oh, Kevin believes in himself.
Yeah,
he really
does.
And Kevin's the sort of player that he can sort of sometimes get in your head a little bit as well, with the way he goes about the game.
There's a funny one, talking about getting in people's heads. Mick, I don't know if you're listening right now. This was, oh god, this might have been 10 years ago in the...
So Logan with the lag there.
Yeah, not ideal.
He's lagged more on this table this weekend than anybody else, so he should have got the pace of the table.
And he got about halfway down the table then.
You might have known it was Mark, I think, wouldn't it?
Well, Mark looks like he's going to break.
Oh, actually, yeah, you're right.
Funny one, this was you played in it, it was ran down here, the Race to 11 round robin league that we were running.
The VPPL.
Yeah. Anyway, we're playing in that, so it's Race to 11, Nick Scary against Kevin Melick.
Yeah.
Anyway, we're just hitting balls, we're about to start, Mick and I are just talking crap, and then Mick says something about, jokingly saying, what odds to beat Kevin 11-0 or something. Oh no, Kevin brings it up. He's something about Mick, and then Kevin jokingly, we're all joking around, there's nothing about it, and Kevin actually says about Mick beating him 11-0, and then Mick says, yeah, okay, what odds? And then Kevin said 10-1. So Mick's getting 10-1 to beat Kevin 11-0. Now, Kevin's a handy player. Kevin can actually play the game.
Yeah.
And I said, okay, I'll have $10 on Kevin to just at least win a frame. And anyway, so they start. So it's 10-1 at $10 for Mick to win 11-0. And I've backed Kevin because I don't think Mick can beat Kevin 11-0.
Yeah.
They play the first frame. Kevin wins the first frame. Mick so clearly loses the plot because he's lost the side bet
Oh,
and
wow.
now he can't win that bet.
Why?
He went on to lose the match.
11-7, wasn't it?
It was like 11-7, 11-8 or something. So not only did he not win 11-0, but he was so thrown off.
He's pulling off on the motorway right now to message in the chat. It was 11-9.
Oh yeah, he is, isn't he? Yeah.
Well done, Archie. The Blues up by 4 goals apparently against Geelong, but it's early days, mate. I'm pretty sure Geelong will win that match, but we'll see. So Law got a bit unlucky with his cannon. So I don't like. Don't like the yellows here, Mark.
All right, what have we got here? I just remember my kids are here and I haven't seen them for a little while. I think they're playing with Tim's kids.
Should we take a break?
Yeah, I think I was actually looking for Jamie, see if he wants to jump on, but
I'm actually keen to have a break. So I don't want to. I'd like to sort of relax a bit before I play.
We might be called up soon, and I'm going to see what my kids are doing. So,
all right, we'll take a break, folks. Thanks for joining us, and we'll be back later.
No worries. See you, everyone.
Hopefully, not too much though.
Table 19, Red and Frank Engel. Red and Frank Engel. Travis Martin, Justin Kennedy, table 14. Travis Martin, Justin Kennedy, table 14. James Stevens and Jamo, table 5. James Stevens and Jamo, table 5. Raven Ready, Don Colbert, table 9. Raven Ready, Don Colbert, table 9. Jeff Brunsma, Max Metcalf, table 13. Brunsy and Max Metcalf, table 13. If anybody's driving a Holden Astra, black Holden Astra, please come and look at your car. Jimmy W and Joel, table 22. Jimmy W and Joel, table 22. Ace O'Keefe, Travis Martin, table 11. Ace O'Keefe, Trent Mason, table. Taku and Sonia, table 23. Jeff and Sonia, table 23. Sean Stone, Sean Dempsey, table 8. Sean Stone, Sean Dempsey, table 8. Simon, Henry and Robert, table 15. Simon and Robert, table 15. Table 19, Kartik and Roland Kyle. Kartik and Roland Kyle. Table 19. Jack Green, Kane Newton, table 6. Jack Green, Kane Newton, table 6. Linda, Luna, Riley, Vincent, table 15. Linda, Riley, table 15. Johnny P, table 12. Josh Kimnowski and Johnny P, table 12. Steve Tran, Sam Lucito, table 7. Steve Tran, Sam Lucito, table 7. Stream table 2, Drickus Fortard, Tushar Singh. Stream table Katrina Kavina to table 18, Katrina to table 18. Aditya Prasad, table 23. Aditya Prasad, table 23. Brendan P, table 16. Brendan P, table 16. table 19, William and Johnny Zoo, table 19.
I've been digging from the start of this Andrew Blue, table 5. Andrew Blue, table 5.
Alright, we're about to start the last 16 games in the last 16 table number 11. Tim Dixon versus Justin Kennedy, best of 7. Tim Dixon, Justin Kennedy, best of 7. Mal Lombardo, table 14. Johnny Vanello, Mitchell Young, table 17. Johnny and Mitchell, table 17.
Oh, great shot. Look for the Irish or actually? I don't know what these you played.
Tim, Al, and Andrew, table 12. Tim and Andrew, table 12. Jeff Carter and Simon Henry, table 22. Jeff and Simon, table 22. Mark Owens, Sean Dempsey, string table 2. Mark Owens, Sean Dempsey, string table 2. Mal Lombardo, table 14. Now to table 14. Jamie Stevens, Ron Callender, table 6, best of 7. Jamie Stevens, Ron Callender, table 6, best of 7. Table 6, Max Metcalf, Scott Parker, best of 7, table 6, Max Metcalf, Scott Parker. Frank, Lesnar and Joel, table 18. Frank and Joel, table 18. Steve Tran versus Ace O'Keefe, table 9, best of 7. Steve Tran, Ace O'Keefe, table 9, best of 7. Josh Gitanowski, Michael Wright, table 23. Josh Gitanowski and Michael Robinson, table 23. best of 7. Screen table 1. Reese Bobbin versus Mark Robertson. Best of 7.
Hello everybody, Logan Brand here, doing some commentary. We have Sean Dempsey playing Mark Owens, two of the better players around. They usually reserve the streaming tables for the better players. That of course is a joke, because I was just on it. So Mark, so Sean's 2-0 lead obviously. Mark has first at the table here, and looks like he's eyeing up the yellows. I can't see with him in the way, but I think the yellows are the balls. Just because the red that's near where the yellow and red are really close to each other, the red doesn't look like it goes anywhere, whereas the yellow does. After the yellow to its bottom right is clear, that yellow then passes. However, he's looks like he's in a bit of an awkward spot already. I think he can cut this yellow to the right middle, and the white will then nudge the other yellow into the red, but he's got to be careful doing that because the red will then go towards the black and could cover it. The plant is also on, yep, so he's looking at the plant. It just means he's going to have to come back and address the two balls he's near now. Oh no, it just passed, my mistake. Oh, he's played that poorly though. Mark's in quite a tricky spot now. I don't really see much he has. Yep, well, so that was his attempted recovery shot, and he's almost got it. I think if he did, the white would have been... Well, he would have probably had to play another shot from the full length of the table. But anyway, here's Sean back at the table with his 2-0 lead. Oh, Reese has just dumped the white. So Reese got it, and Mark Robertson. Reese has already knocked out Michael Skerry this tournament. And from what I understand, to make it into the stateside last year, I think Reese beat Robbo in a playoff. So, you know, he's got the wood on Mark at the moment from, you know, one match. Are we live scoring today? Oh, any live scoring today? No, there isn't. Alright, so Sean, I was about to say Sean has pretty much already solved all of his problems and will very likely make this clearance, but he missed immediately. So Mark gets a second chance. Gotta love second chances, you know. Robbo looks like he's landed a little bit awkward there on that shot. He's on the yellows and he's landed real tight to his ball. So Mark's going the thin cutback, and I think the white might go into these two yellows that are a little bit of a problem. Oh, he's missed it, but he's moved the red. Does that help? It helps him land on them. He's landed awful. I imagine he might be playing a tuck-up sort of snooker here. Robbo with the double, and he's missed it. Robbo confirmed human. So Mark, if he's not playing safe, he's going to have to play one of these yellows. Probably the outside one if it's not enough. Cut to the bottom left, and if he nails that, he'll be on the ball to the middle. Problem is he'll be on the wrong side of it. Yeah, he's taking this on. Might be playing the inside one though and stunning it. Yeah, I see. So he's stunned the. Oh, that's disaster. Oh. No, I think the black still passes, so that'll be curtains on this frame, barring an unexpected mistake from Sean, because I think he can start on the red nearest the black, pop that to the middle, because I think that's actually our problem ball. No, he's testing the gap for the black with the white. That's actually really clever. I've not seen anyone do that for a while. I don't know, maybe he's thinking, I'll play the black now and concede the frame. No, he was obviously looking at where he wants the white to be for that shot, because it must be a pretty tight gap. Oh, it is actually, that is quite tight. Reese on and out here. I believe the red on the rail will be doubled back, ideally. Unless he wants to pump it up there now. So yeah, Sean's identified what I said, that this ball is the biggest problem. He's going to probably just go up the table. One at a time. Is DJ still in, or is he done? DJ lost to Mark Robertson, 3-2, I think. A bit of a nail biter. He was playing on the table next to the one I was playing on, so I saw bits and pieces of his game. It was a close battle. Fancy Mark to get these. Oh, if he's straight though, that's quite awkward. I was thinking if he was on the left side of the yellow he's on now, he'd be able to stun out for the ball to the middle and then drop down for his final yellow to the bottom left. But I think he's, oh, Sean made a mistake there. Yeah. He's leaving himself distance on this black that looked quite awkward. It's a bit of a mistake from Sean. He wanted to be on the underside of this red. This is interesting. The way Sean played them, I would have been using the last ball, the ball he just potted as his last ball. Okay, well this is an awful shot from Sean. The fortunate part is he's likely to put the black under the yellow. and cover the hole if he misses, which will just mean Mark will have to play for a stalemate, basically. Also, Robbo's tried to really hard stun that, just to get the white out for this ball to the middle. He's come a little bit, but not far enough, I don't think. I think he might need to pop this long. Nope, you can obviously hold it from here. Oh, so Sean's made a meal of that, actually. That's a total catastrophe of a shot. Maybe the black was not as on as I thought it might be, and clearly he thought it was. Unless he just hit it horrendously. I didn't see the shot. Robbo's landed a little awkward. The tricky situation is in here. Nice cut there from Mark. Wow, the difference between 2-1 and 3-0, wow. Robbo, of course, never misses, so he's gotten that. Oh, that's a disaster for Mark. Oh dear. Yeah, he needed to be... That needed to just be hit. It was probably a tricky shot to control. Maybe just some sort of touchy snooker shot was actually correct there. Or else he had to hit that harder, but it's really hard to control a shot if you hit it harder. As it is, I wonder what he does here. If you're able to set this yellow up good, then I don't know if he set that up great. Sean can now, yeah, exactly where he's pointed the cue. If you can get the white there, or like there's a few spots where he can leave the white really awkward that wouldn't have been possible had the yellow been over the hole, or at least very close to one. Don't know, mate. So can Sean get the white safe here? No, that's terrible. Yeah, that's a disaster of a shot there. Well, this has been an interesting frame for sure. But anyway, so Mark leading 1-0 over Reese. Reese, not sure what he's on. Mark makes no mistake there. Yeah, so Reese is eyeing up the yellows. He might already be on them, I'm not sure. Dan's just putting the wrong scores up. Don't mind him. Reese is really having to think about this. Right, so Robbo is now at the table because Reese has missed. And he's prowling around these reds like a big prowling mantis. You know, those insects. And Sean is on the yellows, it seems, and the yellows look very gettable. So Mark's issue to address is this red at the bottom right. That will only go to the bottom left, so he has to land very precise on it in order to play that shot. And also you sort of ideally need to be low on it, which makes it even more difficult because otherwise your white is running into those yellows. Oh yeah, so Sean is on the yellows, and I don't know, I don't think there's even much to talk about in the frame. They look very straightforward. He's going to screw back for this ball to the middle, it looks like. Played that nice, very nice shot. Now he just needs to come back basically to where he is now, or just before it, to then cut the yellow. Screw back a couple of inches. If you're not far enough and you're on the left side of this yellow, you can always smash it in with top. No, he landed pretty perfect there. You just want to glide up the table a bit. So I play this as sort of a two-way shot, ideally landing on the ball to the... Am I playing Tuesday night? What does that mean? Oh, I think I'm needed, so I will be playing. I have to miss uni, unfortunately. It's a nice shot by Sean. So yeah, if we're playing your team, Dakota, then that's, I guess, bad luck for you guys. Alright, so Sean. Yeah, he's coming into the line of the shot here too. The white's going to be moving a fair bit to get on this black, I believe. At Hampton RSL. Hampton RSL? Who plays at a Hampton RSL? That's nutso. Huh? Oh. Who knew? Oh, right. Okay, well Dan's just informed me that it's some of the Fletcher games are played out of there. Nice shot by Reese there. Beautiful, beautiful control. So yeah, Robbo was not successful in landing on his awkward ball, and now Reese is got his mop out. And yeah, as I said with Sean, the white's going to be moving a fair bit on this shot. No, he was able to hold it. Interesting. I feel that was interesting. I would not have played that. I would have just ran the white, but he's landed very well. I do like to move the white around a fair bit, you know. It keeps the fans cheering, you know, when you land on a 5-cent piece from the white bouncing up and down. Can't believe they are letting Floggin on the mic again. Well, McGregor, speak to Dan. It's actually a great setup for the commentators. I'm lounging on a couch here, literally lying down, as I watch some pool. Right, so Sean first in again. Dakota, why are you asking this on the stream? You could just message me. That is bizarre. Yes, I can, if I remember. So Sean's on the yellows now. And yeah, there's not too much. He's just got to keep a tidy white, and they should be relatively straightforward. So this could be a pretty impressive 4-1 victory for Sean. Sean's clearing this one first. That's interesting that he's not clearing the one near the black while he was on it, because that ball, I see what he's going to do. He's clever. So he's going to float this ball in the middle and then play the ball to the top left and then use the ball near the black to stun nice for his ball to the bottom left. And then the black, I imagine, is top right. So there you go. He gets to just play 2 drop-ins, 2 stuns. Nothing difficult. Oh, I would be surprised if he played that. No, I think he's looking where he wants to be for it. So he needs to just trickle through a little bit to get the right angle. Oh, well, maybe he needs to stun back, given where he pointed. Yeah, he does need to stun back a bit. That looks pretty damn good. Bit of stunnage here. Someone said a bit dodgy. I don't know who said that. Was that you, Dan, or Bassam? Who said it's dodgy? It looks perfect. I don't know what's dodgy about it. Yeah, right. That's fine. It was an impossible shot to mess up. Hey Logan, what's your middle name, bro? What a bizarre question. Do you also want to know my mum's maiden name and is it Rodney? It is not. And this will be framed for Sean. Bang. It's Kyle. Logan Kyle brand. Logan Floggin brand. Well done, McGregor. You're very clever. Alright, so on to Mark and Reese. Mark is on the yellows, it seems. So I wonder if he stuns, just screws back a little bit off this and then uses the ball in the middle to get neat on his last yellow to the top left, or if he tries to play a little nudgerino here. LKB indeed. No, okay, he was able to stun around it. That's a nice shot. He's played it well. He's got slightly hampered queuing here, but it should be no issue. When it's dead straight, these aren't usually that difficult. It's got an angle to just float down the table. Robbo's very likely to opt for the stun and just trickle the black to the centre. No need to have unnecessary white ball movement here where things can go wrong. Lovely. These tables play... First of all, the tables, as you see in the background, aren't all-stars. They're all-cocks. But these tables are quite fast. The middles are very generous. The cushions slide a lot. And are a little slow, I'd say, the cushions. Which is interesting with the fast cloth and slower cushions. But yeah, the cloth is very fast. It's a FSN cloth. Oh no, actually it's what is it? Hainsworth Superfine. I think it's what it's called. That's what the cloth is on these. The rest of the room is done with FSN. Nice break by Robbo. Except he's gone in off. That's very unfortunate. That's very unlucky there to get knocked in off there. Right, so having a look here, neither set looks amazing. Looks to be eyeing up the yellows. If the yellow touching the red on the left-hand side, if that passes to the bottom right, once the yellow in its path is removed, then I definitely fancy yellow. Well, I fancy yellows anyway, but that's Reese's problem. He's going to need to nudge that. He also needs to land quite precise on the yellow that needs to go to the bottom right pocket. Let's say to the southeast of the black or south of the black. So yeah, he's going to need to find a nice angle to get down that part of the table. So Reese has really fallen out of position here. I think he's only shot... So first of all, he's not been able to address... So he polished up the top end of the table and then floated down. He's not been able to move his ball. I think the only shot he has is playing this yellow to the top left. And he needs to stun into the red near the yellow. To the left to create some movement there, I think. I don't know what he did there. Did he just miss it? Anyway, Mark is now at the table and he's looking at the same issue. And yeah, he can stun into it now with a bit of bottom off this ball to the middle, which he's done. See, hitting the yellow instead of the red was quite critical there because if you hit the red would have moved towards the rail and the yellow likely would have stayed beneath it, which would have made the out quite tricky. You would have probably needed to play another developing shot. But by hitting the yellow there, ooh, isn't that a bit of a mill of that? By hitting the yellow instead, it's just killed the yellow on the rail and left the red on nicely. But that was a pretty bad shot there by Mark. He did not want to hit that red at all. You know, he's got to play a real thin nick on this. I think that's his only shot. Unless he wants to play some ridiculous plant. The advantage of that shot is it has, well, there's no real advantage to that shot actually, it's just absurdly difficult. But maybe he's just playing a safety. Okay, well maybe he's so good that he can just nail this plant. No, he's playing a safety, yeah. Classic Mark Robertson KG play there. Make it tough as possible for your opponent. Right, so Reese has massive cut, massive cut. Oh no, so he wouldn't have had massive cut. He had massive cut, long ball down rail to land on his last ball, and Robbo just determined, you know what, that's too difficult. I think Reese is very likely to not get it. I think most players would really struggle to get them, so that's why Robbo's safety was quite good there. The issue with the safety is he didn't do much to develop his now problem, but he solved it immediately. So. Oh, that's not what he wanted. That's a little bit stiff. That was always a possibility, but yeah, to hit that so perfectly that it potted is quite unlikely to happen. Who are the players left in the 16? Well, Mark Robertson, Reese Godden, Sean Dempsey, who just won, Michael Reardon, Jack Green, Steve Tran, Temujin Dixon. I don't know who else. Just check the link. Dan posted the link. Oh, Jamie Stevens, wrong calendar, there you go. Scott Parker. Yep. There you go, there's some names for you. Paddy Hood might be as well, I'm not sure. Never mind, he isn't. He lost in the first round. Yeah, Tranny's in, I just said. Right, so Robbo's played another nice snooker here and left Reese in another terrible spot. Yeah, so he's tried to hit this ball. This is correct. Because if he pots that, he wins the frame. He was also more likely to leave Robbo in a tricky position after hitting that than I think with any other ball. So, I mean, as it is, Mark will get these, but it's at least a little awkward. I wonder if Mark's going to try and play for the ball he was near. Oh, wow, he's missed that. Crikey. Well, Reese is blessed. Reese clearly has state player factor, and it intimidated Mark into missing. So Reese, we call him Reese McCartney because he is, I don't know if he's married, but no, he's probably married. I don't know if he's married, but he's either married or partnered with Jake's sister, Katie. Okay, well, now we're going to have to stop calling him Reese McCartney, unfortunately, because he's just missed an absolute soda pop there. That's a very poor shot, Reese. He'd be shattered by that. He had a golden opportunity there to punish Robbo's mistake, and unfortunately, he's handed it right back. Now Robbo will 100% not be missing these. Plays the game like snooker, slick to watch. Yeah, Robbo cues it beautifully. So 3-1 now, could have been 2-all Reese. Very disappointing for poor Reese there. But it's alright. He's been known to battle back from these situations before. Here we go, a quarter-final. Sean Dempsey and Scott Parker. Scotty, so this is a replay of the final last year where Sean Dempsey got the chocolates over Scotty. Scotty's a freak potter. His position is also quite good, but his mapping is, I would say, completely insane. So we're gonna see, I'm gonna try and call his shots, but be unsuccessful on numerous occasions. Alright, Reese, you're on the recovery plan now. 3 in a row, good sir. So now this is the quarter-final. It is a race to... Oh, 4 still. There you go. Scotty's had a huge break there. But unfortunately did not get a ball. So Dan, you restarted the stream, did you? Oh, so Dan started a new... Okay, never mind. This stream will continue. The show must go on, as they say. All 195 of you tuning in, welcome, hello, happy Anzac weekend. I don't know if that's a thing you say. Happy Anzac weekend, but anyway. Happy public holidays. Who doesn't love a public holiday? Well, employers, I suppose. Right, so Mark's on the Reds here, and this could be it for Reese. This could be curtains, because once he nails this, oh, he might have come back a smidgen too far. No, he's actually perfect. Never mind. Yeah, so these are, I would describe these as awkward and unpleasant. Yeah, so he's eyeing up that ball. I see. So he's going to trickle through, play the ball long, and then, oh, Sean's just opened a butcher shop over there. Oh my goodness. So yeah, Robbo's going to play this ball and then screw back off the ball to the top right. and then use the ball nearest the black as his final ball. Played Scott in the last 64. Last weekend was a great insight of the players in these comps/tournaments. Okay. Is the Pool Vic guy commentating? Yeah, I'm sponsored by Pool Victoria actually. They firm supporters of my commentary, I believe. So Brody, I see. So Scotty gave you insight into the quality of players around. Is that what you mean, Brody? It seems a bit of a butcher shop of a second sentence there. But anyway, thanks for the comment. And yeah, Robbo made no mistake and cleaned it up. Bad luck, Reese. Had the chance to go 2-all and unfortunately didn't succeed. So yeah, we're going to be going to a new stream now, everyone, for the quarterfinal. So see you all in a minute.